Hey guys, how's everything? This is Human again. So welcome back to another chain of thought. It really means a lot that you're here. I know these daily spaces can feel like a ritual, but I see them as a living record, a way to stay, stay present, stay human, and keep a project grounded in conversation, not just code. Transparency is not a product future. It's a commitment, and it happens day by day. So tonight, I want to dig into something that's both technical and philosophical. So what does what does real transparency look like in the age of DP, and why isn't progress long enough to deliver it? And but first, let's start with the reality on the ground. Yeah. So Solana, Solana's DePIN ecosystem um, stands at the forefront of this movement. They are the leader of DePIN at the moment. Solana is boasting like a 46% market share. And over the last 30 days, Solana has processed 28 billion US dollars in transfer volume and seeing like $4.7 billion in weekly capital inflows. So these numbers are more than just statistics. They're the pulse of real adoption. Thousands of contributors and sprawling network of projects that are actively shaping the digital physical bridge. And tech projects like AppRock, they rewarding users for sharing their mobile bandwidth, or like mainstays like Helium, Render, the Hive Mapper, to name a few. Um, Solana is not just powering speculative finance, it's fueling infrastructure that blurs the lines between cyberspace and the real world. But here's the part most headlines to mention, and the topic I want to discuss today. Okay, so even as Solana dominates in on-chain settlements and incentive design, the actual treasure, like maps, AI outputs, sensor logs, the living memory of our networks, remains mostly off-chain. Mhm. Okay, let's be specific. So let's say Hive Mapper, one of the biggest deepin projects on Solana ecosystem. So Hive Mapper pays out honey tokens and runs governance on Solana, but the true map data, the true map images, the pixels and path that matter, they live elsewhere. I mean, off-chain. Render, another deep project on Solana, the big one. The render settles job rivers on chain, but all the rendering outputs, GPU logs, and 3D files are stored in distributed, but still off-chain, like systems like RPFS. And for the last example, I would pick Helium here. So Helium secures its token infrastructure in Solana, but the day-to-day device logs and network telemetry are hidden away in centralized or proprietary databases. So what does this mean in a deeper sense? It means we're building cathedrals of code with beautiful stained glass windows. But the most sacred artifacts, the actual content, are locked in the vestry, visible only to a chosen few. And on chain, you might see the outline of activity. A reward was paid, a job was completed, but the proof, the story, the data that validates those claims is out of reach. So here's the black box. And the black box problem remains unsolved even as we scale. All right. So for me, um, this is more than a technical gap. It's a philosophical one, probably. So Web3 and DeepIn were supposed to be about trustless systems, open, auditable, and inclusive. Yet, when our collective digital memory, the very knowledge and history these networks generate, lives in silos, and we're asking users to trust us blindly, all over it again. And that's the reason I care so deeply about Xenea's missions. So here's how I see Xenea's role. So not just as a protocol, but as a philosophy, and not just a competitor, but as a collaborator in the deeping sphere. So at Xenea, we're building a native decentralized storage um, integrated to like EVM layer 1 blockchain for deeping outputs, meaning like map snapshots, sense logs, AI results, and more. So it's not just about capacity, it's about building a vault for the digital commons anchored in a tamper evident, censorship resistant, and permissionless network that's designed to last. So we bridge the transparency gap here. Imagine a world where anyone, like user, developers, researcher, they anyone can independently verify not just that something happened, but what exactly happened and where. So like you want to audit Hive Map's global coverage, the logs are there, provable. Want to revisit Randy's compute results from last year, the record is intact, just like that. So we unlock new business models and forms of governance, like data DAOs, open research, insurance, compliance. These only work when the infrastructure of knowledge is as open as the financial layer. And true public infrastructure is about more than tokens. It's about preserving humanity's digital memory for everyone, forever. But let me add a crucial nuance here because transparency without boundaries isn't always progress, right? So people often ask if Xenea is so open, does that mean anyone can just download or like peek at any file stored on the network? The, an the answer is not really here. So anyone can verify the existence, the hash, stuff like that. You know, the data exists. You know it hasn't been tampered with. You know it's stored as claimed, and the proof is public and permanent. But if you want to actually see or reconstruct the raw data, like a map, a sensitive data set, or proprietary document, you need to be the owner of the content. Mhm. So the content itself remains shielded from the world unless the owner says otherwise. So think about the implications here. Let's say for for Hive Mapper, I mean, example, okay? This is not like a real use case, but I'm just um, bringing up the example here. So for Hive Mapper, this means they can choose to publish like something like decryption keys and make every map fully auditable, or they can keep some data private for commercial, privacy, or regulatory reasons. And for everyone else, it's proofs without exposure, verifiable existence, and integrity without forced disclosure. And so, in essence, Xenea brings you auditability, like accountability, transparency, but never at the expense of privacy or ownership. It's not just about opening the vault, it's about letting the community decide what's locked and what's visible. Thing. And to me, that's the next leap forward in, in decentralized infrastructure. I mean, shared trust without compulsory transparency. Now, let's tackle the inevitable follow-up here. Um, okay, so yeah, I know the question. But what about shadow drive? Isn't that Solana's answer to decentralized storage? Mhm. Honestly, Shadow Drive is an outstanding Solana native solution. It's fast, it's integrated, and well suited for that ecosystem. But here's where Xenea's philosophy diverges, because Shadow Drive is optimized for Solana, without a doubt, and deeply tied to its landscape. And that is its strength, okay? But um, Xenea is chain agnostic, open to like any deepin chain, any application, any industry with no vendor lock-in. So we're building a storage layer for the world, not just for one network. All right. And the governance matters too. Our proof of democracy is about making decisions transparent, participatory, and inclusive. It's infrastructure that belongs to everyone. And the future is multi-chain and multi-industry. And so we need not one, but many trusted backbones. And just like the world needs more than one internet cable, more than one language, more than one library, Xenea aims to be the knowledge vault, the institutional memory for, for the digital age. Okay, so if Solana is the real-time highway for deeping, Xenea is the vault and the public archive, the place where the cargo, the knowledge, and the story of our infrastructure is kept safe, transparent, and ready for the next generation. And to be clear, this is my vision, this is my opinion, this is just the chain of my thought, and not the signed partnership or anything like that. I'm just talking about deeping, um, what's happening in deeping at the moment, and I'm just um telling you the fact that Solana is now dominant in the deeping realm, but there's still a transparency gap that we can definitely fill. So that's what I'm saying here. Okay. And yeah, if we want deeping to become more than hype, If we want true lasting trust, um, not just the fast transactions, then this is the conversation we have to keep having. Yeah. So I want to hear from you. Does this transparency gap matter to you? Or question like, um, would you build or trust deep in projects more if their real world data was provable, immutable, and selectively open? Or what about this question? What kind of world do you imagine? Like if every log, map, and model checkpoint was available for collective audit, research, and creativity, when and how we choose? What kind of world do you imagine if that happens? If everything is available, if everything's available for collective audit, research, and creativity, the world will um, to look the world will look totally different after all of these, right? So I want to hear what you think about that. So drop your thoughts in the comments. Or DM me if you want to go deeper. I've keep receiving so many of the DMs every day, but I'm just trying to keep up with all. Maybe not all at the moment, but I will open all the DMs sooner or later. So, but yeah, drop it those in the comments. That's way faster. And what else? Are we getting questions here? Okay. So yeah, I just got a comment from Black SSI. You always here. I mean, thanks. And so he's saying it's actually one of my followers on my neck urging me to tell Xenea to enable user to user Xenea token transfers. Yeah. Are you talking about gems or like literally Zen token? If you're talking about Zen tokens, though, because you know we are before before the TGE, so um we just can't, right? But if you're talking about gems, that's like a whole another story here. So let me hear your idea now or later. Drop your comments, or you can just directly send me the DM. Well, goes. All right. But I think that's the only sort of a question, I guess, here. Uh, yeah. Thank you all for saying hi and GM. Um, yeah, it's good to be connected with you all here. Okay, so you're talking about gems. I see. That's a whole another story. Uh, yeah, but why not? I mean, uh, I will bring that up during the weekly catch up and stuff like that. Um, yeah, definitely. I will bring that up. Um, and tell my team that we got this idea. What do you guys think? We'll see. So I will do that. Yeah, I promise. I I cannot promise the results, but I can promise you, for bringing that app during the meeting at least. Okay, deal. What else? It's kind of hard to catch all the comments here just because sometimes it's slow. I mean, the loading is not real time, I think. And just for the records, like whenever I go quiet, that means I read comments. So being quiet, being the silence is the proof of interaction. Okay. Okay. But yeah. Thank you all for saying GM. Hi. Nice. Okay. What else? If you guys don't have any questions or like um ideas to share here today, we can just wrap it up. Or do you need an assistant? How can I help you with some task? Okay, so uh you're kind enough to offer me some assistance here, Cindy. Thank you. But at the very moment, I'm good. But yeah, so I just talked with my team this morning, and I mean, this morning means Japan Standard Time in Tokyo time. Okay, so I just talked about um the I just talked about the moderator on Discord. So we have our official Discord, of course, yeah, and I kind of keep getting messages from all over the world. People like you, Cindy, like many of you are kind enough to offer some sort of assistance, maybe as a community moderators or something like that. And we just talk about it. And I'm not fully sure about like how we would do this, but my my team is now kind of developing the format, or well, sort of like a consortium within the Discord where like volunteers to sign up for their moderators or stuff like that. I don't know. I'm not really sure like what it looked like, but there will be some kind of a sign up opportunity to be a moderator on Discord or any other like socials we have. So yeah, I will let you know. I will let you know about the opportunity when when the when the time comes, when everything's ready. I will share that on my account, on my socials, and of course on an official account. But yeah, I just wanted to tell you that. Okay, so anything already mentioned in the roadmap, like about TGE, the mainnet launch or stuff like that. Those things are mentioned in roadmap in our latest roadmap uh, that we released a while ago. So go to our official account and then you will see what I'm talking about here. All right. And what else? Oh yeah, and before I wrap up, just like a quick announcement. So I've just set up a poll on my pinned post asking like which time slot works best for you to join these spaces. So if you haven't voted yet, I'd really appreciate it if you take a second to let me know what works for your schedule. Like this one, I can try to make these um, sessions more accessible for everyone when like wherever you are in the world. So go to my pinned post and tap the link to doodle.com. It's something like a calendar. And your names or emails are not will not be like a public. So the privacy is protected. So all you have to do is just to pick a time slot. Because you can pick more than one. So you just set your time zone, and there are 6 time slots on the page, just on the poll page to pick. So yeah, just go to my pinned post and just take a second to let me know what works for you for your schedule. All right. And yeah, one last thing. Um, I keep on telling you guys the same thing over and over, but like I said yesterday, the day before yesterday, like I keep saying every day, if you're headed to GM Vietnam, Hanoi, let me know. If there is enough of us in Hanoi, I'd love to organize a morning coffee meetup. Okay, I've already I've already set up like a VIP dinner for like our node cell contributors, like potential contributors. So yeah, if you're if you're some sort of like a community leader, like node cell vendor, um, I don't know, marketing experts or stuff like that, just let me know. Possibly I can invite you to the VIP dinner too. All right. So not sure, but you can just let me know. All right. But if you're not a community leader or like node cell contributor, you can just say hi. I mean, we can just hang out in Hanoi at some nice cafe. There are so many nice coffee shops in Hanoi. Um, I've been to Vietnam for a few times, and I'm always impressed by the number of cafes, coffee shops that look good and like offer really good cups of coffee. So yeah, if you're headed to GM Vietnam, let me know. Let's hang out. Let's organize some like a morning coffee meetup. Okay. All right. So yeah, thanks for tuning in to Chain of Thought again, and let's keep pushing for a world where knowledge, transparency, and infrastructure belong to everyone, not just today, but for all the days to come. Thank you. Have a good one. Bye.